Hello everyone, Features 832 back again with some more What's on Deck. Let's see what is new and or upcoming in the world of playing cards this week. And there's quite a bit to talk about. Let us start off as usual with Kickstarter. Quite a bit going on there. First of all, we have a relaunch. That did not need to happen, that nobody needed to see. The Pythagoras deck has been relaunched by Pythagoras Cards. 72% funded, 29 days to go. There's a decent chance it funds because it has a very measly goal. Yeah. It's a $1,000 US goal. It's 75% there already, essentially. I think that's what I said. 72%. Same thing. It's not a very exciting back design. It's supposed to be printed by the USPC. Not with a $1,000 goal, buyer beware. That's not going to happen. 3,000 decks for a $1,000 goal? I don't think so. Unless this guy's got a lot of money. The faces, they're all the same. There's no variety between the hearts and the diamonds, between the reds and the blacks. And the standard court cards. Yeah, it's a pass for me. Again, buyer beware. Unless he's got... Apparently he's already been printed and are ready to be shipped out as soon as the campaign ends. Really? So you're selling something that's already been produced. Kind of against Kickstarter rules, last I checked. Aha! It's already available. You know what this means. He's getting reported. We'll deal with that after. Oops. Put that on my list. You have just made the list. Next up, we got QR playing cards. Oh my goodness. By Saxton Cards, it's 70% funded, 44 days to go. You know what I like to say? If you need that much time to fund, it's probably not that good to begin with. It's a QR code back design. How original. I think I actually saw this one on Instagram a while back. I don't think it's going to happen. It's just, I mean, what is this? Copy and paste, basically? They just copy and paste it onto a back design. That's it. That's all you get. They're not even showing the faces because there is nothing to show on the faces. That's the tuck case. That is horribly plain and boring, in my opinion. No offense to the creator. Well, at least they modified the pips, the custom pips on the faces. With that QR code on a pip on each card, it looks like. And then the court cards have that pattern on them as well. Just, meh, not that exciting. I'll give them, props for effort. And whatnot, but that's about it. To be printed by USPC, blah blah blah. I don't think it's gonna fund it. It leaves that long. Next, we have one that's already well funded, the Invocation by Jackson Robinson. Saw this a while back. 29 days to go. Don't expect me to pledge for it. I'm not a huge fan of Jackson Robinson, and even if I did pledge for it, he would just cancel it anyway. So it is what it is. It's well funded though, a $35,000 goal, and he just flew past it. Because people will just throw money at him like he's some kind of a god. It's just ridiculous. Apparently this is inspired by a song where he's trying to think of inspiration for a new deck of cards, and that's what he based this deck on. It was a standard Comper edition. It's not bad. It's printed by USPC, of course, tucked by Clove Street Press, letter pressing and embossing, metallic Comper inks, traditionally cut, premium stuff, Ferguson finish, as you can see, 2,500 minimum, hand assembled by our in-house finishing team. He's got an in-house finishing team now, does he? Okay. And there's a gilded copper edition, which is the same as the standard, except it has copper edges, gilded copper edges to be exact. Two-piece tuck case with separate die-cut belly band and number tuck. Only 250 being produced. And there it is. It's not bad. It's nice custom court cards and everything. It's different, yet it still feels like a Jackson Robinson deck to some extent. The back design is kind of just simple, kind of boring a little bit to me, personally. I don't know. It's not bad. It's a nice back design, but it just, I don't know. And the Ace of Spades as well, very plain. There's nothing going on there, just a pip. There's also a Platinum Edition, which is printed by Cardamundi, with gold foil on the backs and faces, silver gold foil, B9 paper stock, air cushion finish. No, it's not air cushion because that's a USPC trademark. And a tuck case by Clove Street Press again, same thing. Minimum 1,000 decks being produced, and there's also a gilded Platinum Edition, with only 250 being produced. And same old. And this one I actually like better. I mean, I know it's going to be gold foil. I mean, you can't really see the gold foil here, but it's got an actual custom Ace of Spades, a nice Ace of Spades. Nice back design that will look nice just in the black and white like it is. Better, I think it looks better than the gold one. At least the back design. And then the faces, as usual with Jackson Robinson, are exactly the same. Or very similar. I do prefer, when other creators do a deck, they actually change things up with the other deck. They don't just make it a different color. This back design, it feels like it's a elite playing card deck, basically. With all the gold and everything, just saying. How much does he want for these bad boys as well? I'm curious. $16 for one standard deck. Are you out of your mind? $20 for the Platinum Edition. What the hell is that? Oh, goody. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special feature today. It's a sidewalk plow. Plowing the snow on the sidewalk. Oh, goody. And it's a snowblower one, too. That's neat. He's blowing the snow all over the place. Anyways, that's fantastic. So I might have to go. Probably don't, but I could do a little snow. We have a special guest now, unfortunately. Let's move on, though. That's just fitting, I guess. Moving along. We'll just snow blow right past the deck. We got the Emanations, a study of real magic by Maddie Gilbert. It is 64% funded. 18 days to go. I had to look at this one before. And I'm sorry, Maddie. I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not understanding it. Let's have a look. I assume it's printed by USPC. But who knows? It's getting there. Funding-wise. Artistic professional pack of playing cards designed and hand illustrated for games, magic, and cardistry. That's your tuck case. It's some kind of a weird looking face thing, it looks like. There's a special card that talks about as the definition of emanation, which is an abstract but perceptual thing that issues or originates from the source. What is the source of the emanation in this deck? I'm not sure. Emanations before magic. Neat. And there's a baby picture of Maddie. That's cool. It's designed by Destino, who's done some other decks. I can't name any off the top of my head. Timeless Elegance. We'll see about that. And there's your back design. It's the same thing we see in the tuck case. Oh, very blatant one-way back design. Really, I don't want to say horrible, but it's not great, in my opinion. Not my cup of tea. It's just, it's a one-way back design for the hell of it, basically. I don't know. I don't understand that. I guess it's supposed to be an emanation. It's supposed to be a face. It's kind of interesting. It's an interesting back design, we'll say, but it's not that exciting. It's very one-way. The faces are the same as his previous deck, which makes absolutely zero sense to me because it's a different deck. It's got a very different back design. It should be different. It's going to be printed by USPC at a premium beast stocks, who finish, whatever that means. So they're going to be beast stock with a smooth finish. That's interesting. So not an iridescent finish, if I'm reading correctly. But yeah, I think that, I mean, these court cards, they work beautifully for his last deck, which had a vintage look and feel to it. This, it just feels like they decided not to do anything with the faces and just make a poor back design. Just not my cup of tea. $16 Canadian, $12 US for one deck. I think I'll pass. It should not be as much money as a Jackson Robinson deck, or almost the same amount. I guess in the US it's less, but it is less, but not much less. Anyway, moving on. That's a pass for me. Next we have double cards, playing cards that give you choices by Ying New York. 1% funded, 42 days to go. There is no chance in hell this one funds. I'm just saying that right now, 42 days, and it's only 1% funded. That's not a good vibe for me. Wow, yeah, absolutely zero chance it funds. $50,000 goal. Are you mad? Like, really? And what? Oh my god. It's one of these weird decks. Yeah. I don't see anyone's gonna have any massive interest for this. It's a deck of cards that has basically multiple different cards on. 2 different cards on it, exactly. As you can see, like this one has a Jack of clubs and 1 index plus a 9 of spades below it. In the opposite corner, it's a 9 of spades with Jack of clubs below it. And some weird artwork on the face for the hell of it. Basically, it's a cheating deck. It allows you to choose which value works best for you in a card game. So you can either choose to use the 10 of hearts or the 4 of diamonds, in this case. No, this is just a horrible idea. It makes no sense. $20 US for this deck. Only 100 copies, apparently. There's also a unique first edition deck for $25 US. No. Oh, and that's the back design. And it's got a scan code thing on there for some unknown unnecessary reason. And the back design just seems weird for the hell of it. Scan it, what do you see? That's it? That's what you get by scanning it? First edition deck number 1? Wow. I see. So basically, it allows them to track the numbers of decks that have been printed. And if you mix up 2 decks somehow together incorrectly, you can look at each card, scan it, and figure out which one belongs to which deck. Why on earth would you want to do that? It just seems weird. Apparently they're trying to get a US patent as well. That could take months. So I don't even know why they would want to patent this. It's not going to fund anyway. Next up, or crap in my opinion, limited edition Pop Girls Volume 2 by Michelle Hartzell. Again, another one of these crappy decks with like less than a week for funding. It's already funded. 47 hours to go. Really will go. Horrible. I mean, girls look cute, I guess, but if you want to do stuff like this, just make a porno and move on with your life. Nobody needs that on playing cards. Just horrible. Next up, we got a new deck from Card Experiment, the Sumi Playing Cards Kitsumi Edition. It is already funded, 21 days to go. We're almost done with Kickstarter, I think. No, there's a few actually. Oh boy, it's going to be a long video again. I do apologize, but I'm trying to get through it. This one's well funded. It's a nice deck. Why is there 3 different versions again? Good lord. Basically, it's very similar to the previous Sumi deck they did. Just different colors, I guess. There's one regular deck for $13 Canadian, $15 US, it says retail value. Okay. It's nice artwork on the Jokers and everything. These are the original ones. It's a collaboration once again with TOKMR Graphics, TOKMR Graphics, or 2KMR Graphics. There's the original one. Illustrated by them. Tuck cases. There's a craft edition tuck case made of premium cotton Gimond paper from Germany. That's interesting. A letterpressed ink metallic foil tuck cases for craft edition produced and assembled in Hong Kong. Fantastic. Yes, really fantastic. So they're printing these decks with USPC, I'm assuming, and then they're sending them all the way to Hong Kong for these special tuck cases and then shipping them from there. Most backers are in the US. It's just ridiculous. I don't like projects like that. Nice back designs though. One is a red color, one's blue. Tail color Kitsune. There it is, bicycle branded. Very nice artwork. Not everyone's cup of tea, I assume. Nice custom pips with an Asian theme to them, Asian flair. Just like the previous one. Each court card has a different figure. And then you got the Kitsune, which the Myth Maker Kitsune, which similar to the previous deck, has blue faces. And then there's a regular edition as well, which is bicycle branded tuck cases, which is exactly what I want. Definitely. Those are the regular ones. I'm in on those ones. I'll just wait for them to come out. And this is the craft letterpress edition. It's like a cotton tuck case, whatever that's supposed to mean. So, I'll avoid those ones, personally. They're nice. There's stretch goals, which has been unlocked for crust premium stuff. And then there's another one for multi-level embossing on craft edition, whatever that means. I guess I know what it means more or less. And you can add on previous decks, it looks like. There they are, you can add on the previous decks. It's not bad. Moving on. We got the Helheim playing cards by Designed Imperator. It is well funded, 24 days to go. And let's have a look. I haven't really looked at this one. I know it was out. I saw it. Got the email. But I decided to wait until now to look at it. So let's check it out. If it will load. Oh, it's already well funded. Was that $20,000 US goal? Something like that. 18,000. It's a Norse war-oriented playing card designed in, of course, Denmark. Deluxe features in 2 editions. I'm sorry, but this is... How many decks do they have to do with the same frickin' themes? Like, do something different. Do something Egyptian for once, you know? Or Chinese. It seems like every deck they've done has been Norse or European themed in some way. They usually does like Norse themed or like Chernobyl themed. It's like one or the other. It's like something different for the love of God would be nice. I mean, nothing against Norse mythology, but how many times can you do decks with the same theme? $18 Canadian for one deck. That's like $14 US. Huh. No. And they're going to be printed by NPCC with a premium linen finish. The most recent deck I got from NPCC still was not a great handling deck, so it's a pass for me. Not only because it feels like more of the same old. It really does. You look at these tuck cases and everything, it just looks like every other deck they've put out pretty much. But also, the same old stock and finish. It's a nice tuck case. Nice looking artwork on the court cards. But again, it's just more of the same. Nice back design. Metallic silver ink. Nidhugg Corpse Eater Black Edition. Neat. Pretty cool. Again, nice artwork. It looks like the same figures on both decks in the court cards. It's a slightly different back design, but very nice. Metallic silver ink once again. And this other one was the Herza Wade's War edition. I mean, I don't hate them. I think the artwork is nice. They're well done. But it's just more of the same. And I wish they would use a different printer for once. But not bad. But here you can see the other decks. You can see it's very similar to the previous decks they've done. Which I sold out apparently. A few left. Moving on. We got another deck here. One last one. No, there's two more I think that are new this week. You got the Blood and Beast premium poker playing cards, but purely idea, okay? But purely not your idea, because those tuck cases look like they're from Design Imperator. It is funded though, 16 days to go. Now that's interesting. So I believe it's from the same creator, because I see that Design Imperator is a backer of this one, and they usually back their own projects. Though it does say it's from Singapore, so maybe not. Maybe not. I could be wrong. But it's very similar style, as you can see. $44 Canadian for one deck with a future retail price of, it's $45 Singaporean, future retail price of $80 Singaporean. I don't fucking think so. And that's just for one deck. There's also a silver deck. There's a gold deck and a silver deck. Are they out of their fucking minds? How is this even close? How is this even funded? Apologize for my language, but good lord. No thank you. Not at those prices. Those are ridiculously and obscenely overpriced. They're not that exciting in tuck cases. There's some embossing, some nice artwork. The back design is not bad. They're apparently Egyptian themed. And the core cards, again, not bad. Again, you look at the core cards, they look like they're from Design Imperator. For the most part. It's not as good. The artwork, they're not that great. Definitely an Egyptian theme. Or, not even. They got all sorts of themes here. They got elves, humans, monsters, dwarfs. Dragons. Of course, yeah. As a Ferengi would say on Star Trek, humans. Anyways, no. That's an absolute pass. Especially at that price point. I don't care if they're only producing 100. They're not worth that much money. I'm not even sure how many they're producing. Or who's producing them, for that matter. It doesn't say, does it? $62 backers, and they hit almost $8,000 Canadian. Apparently they've been seen everywhere. They've been advertised everywhere, so that probably helps. Originally it was called Might and Magic, but they changed the name for some reason. And they're inspired by Lord of the Rings and the Hobbits. Aha, that makes sense. No idea who's producing them. Especially for that price, it's ridiculous. Moving on, por favor. There's one more that does not look too exciting. And that is Secret Action Squad Mission 001 by Chris Jensen. It is 13% funded, 27 days to go. I don't have a good feeling about this. Do not have a good feeling about this deck. Let's have a look though. It could surprise me. $15 US for one deck. And it's all about sexy, scantily clad. Oh my god, that's a horrible back design. Horrible faces. 300 GSM stock, probably printed by NPC. Apparently, if they hit certain stretch goals, don't show you what the cards actually look like. That's a horrible idea, in my opinion. Okay, the back design is horrible. The artwork on the core card is not bad. At least they're not naked, like some of these other decks. But the back design is garbage, in my opinion. I'm sorry to say. But it is. Moving on, let's look at what else is on Kickstarter. The Grid Series 3 Typographic Playing Cards by Luguati is funded, 21 days to go. Meowstar V2 by Bokobo is funded, somehow really well funded, with 21 days. Skelsterman's Playing Cards by Jacob Smith is 39% funded, 21 days to go, still a chance of funding. The Game of Spades by Aaron Parker, 18% funded, 51 days to go. With that much time, there's a small chance it funds, but it's not likely. It's just not that great. Diamond Playing Cards, Black and White by Diamond Playing Cards, is funded, 20 days to go. Let's Go Black Magic by PlayingCards.net is well funded, 4 days to go. Playing Arts Zero by Digital Abstracts is very well funded, 18 days to go. Make 100 Modern Day Myth Spirits Playing Cards by Lindsay Bailey is 42% funded, 17 days to go. I don't think it's going to happen. Primordial Greek Mythology Playing Cards by Costa Patasis is funded, 16 days to go. Pretty nice looking decks. And then you got the Invasion Blood Edition by Rattle Subtle, 69% funded, 8 hours to go. Ooh, it's going to be close. It may not make it. Mizutama Playing Cards, I can't pronounce it today for some reason, by Motoya Tanaka is 28% funded, 13 days to go. The Polka Dot deck, ladies and gentlemen, not going to fund soccer. The Agenda Playing Cards Facade by Flagrant Agenda is funded, well funded, with 10 days to go. Century Playing Cards by Lunzi and by G&G is somehow well funded, 3 days to go. I just cannot get into his decks and his style. And then Theos Playing Cards by Parama Playing Cards, also well funded, 7 days to go. Pop Camo by Riffle Shuffle, well funded, 11 days to go. My cup of tea. Enigma 1 Crossword Playing Cards by Simply Playing Cards, simply not going to happen. Playing Cards, more like it. 3% funded, 7 days to go. No chance in hell. Maya Playing Cards with 4 Gods by Olean Art, 31% funded, 4 days to go. Not going to happen. Perhaps learn how to spell, and it might be better for you. Golden Venetian Lenormand, no offense to the creator if you like that, by Eugene Vinitsky is well funded somehow, with 3 days to go. But good stuff. Claudio Alboe, Premium Playing Cards, Series 1 by Top Secret Press, somehow well funded, with 8 days to go. It's horrible in my opinion. A Motley Pack Transformation Playing Cards and Book by Sinise Chaba is funded, 9 days to go. Good stuff. Glad to see it funded. Rage Cards by Razzie is somehow well funded. Well, had a blue logo. It's funded. 11 days to go. It's pretty horrible in my estimation. Air Deck 2.0 by Tip Top Things is also very well funded. 11 days to go. I think the Zordka one is also a deck. Yeah, it's got like 60 cards in it though. 3% funded, 6 days to go. Not going to happen. And that is it for Kickstarter. Way too much going on. Moving on. I noticed this on Bomb Magic. I don't recall if I mentioned it previously. It is the eventually loading up deck of cards. The Hazes Playing Cards, made for the 4th Cardistry Con of China by Epoch Cardists. Only 1,000 produced, printed by USPC in a crust paper stock. And it's not that exciting. You'd think, what? No, don't help me out. Fuck off. Stupid pop-up. I don't even know how to set it. You'd think a deck, made for cardistry would have a little pizzazz to it, a little color, a little vibrancy. This, it says Epoch Cardistry on the side of the back, I just noticed. And it's just very lacking in style and color. Not exciting at all. Not my cup of tea. Definite pass. Moving on. I said also mention this one. BlueRibbon323.com. Blue Ribbon reprints that were on Kickstarter some time ago. Available on their website. $10 each. Red and blue. It's a nice reprint of a vintage deck. So I'm happy about that. That being said, the creator has made a mistake, a critical mistake in my opinion, and that is he has decided to fulfill the project himself, so he is massively delayed because he also has a full-time job, and who knows when that's going to happen. So I made a mistake ordering these on his website, and then I checked the project after to see what state it was in, and I'm a little bit regretting it, but I do have faith that the creator will eventually deliver. The mistake he made was actually fulfilling it himself. He should have gotten gamblers or somebody else, or to play whoever, to do the fulfillment and not do it yourself. Why do so many creators feel like they can do the fulfillment themselves on projects? Especially if they're going to school full-time or they're working full-time. Think before you do this stuff. It's not that difficult. Moving on. House of Playing Cards.com has released another NLC deck, a Sin Lim NLC deck, available for pre-order right now, limited edition. It's a red color. I'm not sure why Sin Lim would want to put his name on an NLC deck, but he has done it. Sin Lim X NLC. The hooray. They do have a custom Ace of Spades with his name on it and knock. It's actually not a bad pip. Looks like, yes, there's a foil box, because they haven't done that before, and a custom Joker with his logo. How exciting. Also, a custom Yaff card, which is nice. He probably uses that in a lot of his tricks, I would imagine. And you see the back design's red with a black border. Yeah. It's not... Why are they showing his awards? Are you that desperate to sell these decks? That's just kind of ridiculous. Speaking of which, though, and special shout out to Cardify.com. Check them out for lots of information coming up on playing cards. Alex Pandrea is releasing not 1 or 2, but 11 NLC decks this year. Are you out of your freaking mind? Coming on February 4th, well, that was this one that just launched, the collab with Sin Lim. On the 12th, March 12th, there is a NLC 3000 X1, whatever the hell that means. April 23rd, Super Knock V2. Oh, goody. May 21st, Knock Design number 1. What the hell is that? I don't know. June the 16th, he doesn't even know yet, to be announced. July 16th, another Knock, another collab. August 20th, Super Knock V3. September 17th and October 1st, some more to be announced. Decks, November 19th, which is probably Black Friday. Hashtag My Knock and Winter Knocks. Is that 2? And then November 29th, another one to be announced. What are the Winter Knocks going to be? White? Like he hasn't done that before. It's just, oh my god. And I wonder who he's collabing with on this other one. But this is just ridiculous. Getting out of hand. Moving on. Bicycle. Cards.com has some new stuff to talk about. They now have the Bicycle Oreo and the Bicycle Dragon, which were produced by or for Fournier, and they're now available on USPC's website. So basically, I overpaid for them on Spill Carton Shop. Thank you very much, USPC. Why is USPC always the last one to sell their own freaking decks? Kind of annoying. But, speaking of which, they do have another one that I will probably pick up. And it is, I might pick up. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Aside from the bicycle branding. It's a Bicycle and Stokes Unicorns deck. For $4, might be worth it. Bicycle, premium bicycle stock, Ilkis and Finis, of course. It's another Ann Stokes deck. It's got unicorns. What is with unicorns on decks this year? It's a one-way back design. It's not bad, I suppose. And some lovely ladies. Looks like there's unicorns on every card. You know, it's there if you like it. Moving along, I thought I would mention this. I saw it on collectibleplayingcards.com. It is the Passions Pizza Playing Cards. I'm going to buy Legends Playing Cards. $17.95 is a bit pricey. I'm hoping Murphy's Magic will get them at some point in time. It's a nice looking deck with a pizza theme. I did prefer the original back design they had, but it's not bad. I will get it at some point in time. Moving on, playingcarddecks.com. They have a massive amount of new decks. Lots of, well, not decks that are my cup of tea, or probably your cup of tea, but if you like it, go check them out. Lots of Piatnik decks, all sorts of different themes, as you can see. Lots of movies, gangsters, there's beer decks, there's whiskey decks, all sorts of stuff. They also have the composition deck, which I was never a fan of. Moon Phases, which is already sold out. Joker and Thief V2. By the way, on a little update on Joker and the Thief, they are sending the backers that they kind of screwed over with the collector's boxes. They're sending them other decks, more decks to make up for it. That's a good thing to do. It was a horrible thing to kind of screw backers and do a bait and switch. They also got the Bicycle Mermaid decks. And they got the DMC Alphas, which we'll look at. I'll show you that one. I decided to get that one, because why not? And a bunch of other decks. Apparently there's been some issue with fulfillment of the medieval decks by Elephant Point Guards on the project, which is not cool. But hopefully it's just a failure of communication. They also had the Don't Kill the Messenger, printed by NPC, which has sold out. I won't worry about that one. DMC Alphas is a marked deck, and the faces have letters. It's an alphabet deck. I figured, why not? Might as well get it. Just to have it. It's a nice tuck case. It's a nice blue color. I'm guessing that's an M, that's an L, that's a K. It's very easy to read. I also decided to get from Murphy's Magic a ESP deck, because I didn't have one. And it's a marked ESP deck too. From forget the name of the company now. Moving along though. Somebody posted this. Coming soon from Murphy's Magic, a new Cherry playing card. You can win a free deck. Go to this link. You can see the link at the top there. It's a YP1U5C. Full details available in 4 days, 20 hours, 48 minutes, and a few seconds. I will let you know next week, of course. They will be announcing the winner at noon on February 27th. 3 winners. So, I entered twice. Why not? Got multiple emails, might as well do it. It says it's a Fremont Cherry line. What does that mean? I'll show you exactly what it means, what I think it means. Fremont Casino is what I'm thinking. And this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to be the Cherry Casino logo on a diamond back pattern. Like this, like a Fremont Casino deck, which I do have one. Check the review on my channel. That's my guess. If they're saying Fremont, that's got to be it. That's the only Fremont I can think of that's casino themed. That's my guess. Will it be the Hotel Cherry? I don't know. But it's going to be the Cherry logo like that. With a diamond pattern. That's my guess. Moving on. Speaking of Murphy's Magic. They've added Zone point guards and the Esther Star point guards from Bokobo. Abstract V1. Bicycle Stained Glass Leviathan. And some other USPC decks. The Mermaids and the Star deck. The Texas Star, which is an older deck. And Silver Sackbutts, for some reason, are now available for them. And the Black Widow. I think I've mentioned this one. It's a nice deck. I did order it from there. Nice foil deck. Wow. Apparently the Venom in a Black Widow is reported to be 15 times stronger than a Rattlesnakes. I did not know. Stay away. Fortunately there's none here that I'm aware of. It's a nice back design, I suppose. It's interesting. It's definitely unique. And you get that same artwork on the Jokers. There's your Ace of Spades, pretty cool. And then, somewhat modified, they're definitely modified with spider webs. The court cards, but it's a vintage style. It's pretty nice. Available for most Magic and card shops right now. That is that. So let's look at the abstract ones. Let's look at this one. Whatever. We'll look at this one first. It's a nice enough bat design, cardistry type look to it, I would say. Interesting Ace of Spades. And also very interesting court cards, though kind of weird and unorthodox. You do see the crown, you do see a semblance of face and hair, so that's kind of interesting. It is printed by Carter Munday, inspired by a Bauhaus style and geometry, perfect ratios. I have to wonder whether or not I already got this one, but I feel like I did. If I did, whoops. So one more. It is the Bicycle Stained Glass Fire Fawn, and used from collectible playing cards. I've also decided to get on this one. It's pretty nice artwork. They do a pretty decent job with these stained glass decks. It's the third one now, I do believe. Standard artwork on the cards, but with all that other customization and recoloring. And a nice enough back design, as you can see there. So there's that one. And that, I believe, is it for this week. It's a very long video once again. I do apologize for lots to talk about. I hope there's a hell of a lot less next week. Comment, rate, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. And make sure you check out playingcarddecks.com. I appreciate, once again, Will Warrior sending me decks all the time with my orders and helping me out. There is a link in the description. If you can go to playingcarddecks.com, it's a referral link. You save 10%, and it helps me out, and it helps you out because you save money. It's a win-win situation. And that's that. Comment, subscribe, go check them out. Again, also special thanks to Murphy's Magic for their support. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.